Hey guys, my name is Josh Smith and I'm the president of Montana Knife Company, and I am excited about this today. I want to introduce you guys to the Whitetail knife. I designed this knife to be the perfect whitetail deer hunting knife. We have had so many of you request and ask what is the best knife for whitetail deer hunting, and a few of you guys wanted a DropPoint knife from us, a little bit more traditional style, but maybe not as big as our Super Cub, but maybe a little bit more point than our Stonewall. I designed this knife, and I also have 4 kids, and I can't tell you which kid is my favorite. It's hard to tell you which knife is my favorite, but I'm gonna be honest with you right now, I think this is it. This knife is about as perfect a hunting knife as I can design. I absolutely love this thing. It fits in my hand amazing. Just everything about this knife is awesome. You whitetail hunters are our biggest customer base. You guys are hunting all over the country. I think there's 44 or 45 states of the 50 that have whitetail deer in them. This is a 4-inch blade traditional DropPoint hunter. 4 inches from the tip to the front of the handle. And then we are 8 5/8 inches long from the tail of the knife to the tip of the knife. That to me is about the perfect length of 4-inch DropPoint hunter. You can get in that deer, work in around the diaphragm in the cavity. You can get the back straps out. It's got a nice drop point with a little belly here for skinning. You have enough of a point if you do need that point for caping out your big 200-inch monster whitetail deer. For taxidermy, we have some jimping along the spine for a little bit of traction if you need to actually get in and do some real work of some kind. And then we have a sheath here as well, a Kydex sheath with our pack strap attachment here that you can carry it exposed. You can also just carry it on your belt. A lot of you guys don't really carry much of a pack to a tree stand, but you really should always have a knife on you. So even if this is just on your belt and you've got your bow and you're sitting in a tree stand or your rifle, this is definitely the situation, the setup for you. This knife is still fairly light, but it's just a little bit thickened up more than our Blackfoot, but the handle is still skeletonized, so it's not heavy. I'm really not worried about weight for whitetail deer hunting. You're walking into a stand or a blind, maybe doing a little bit of spot and stalk, but let's face it, they don't live up where the mule deer live in the high country. So ounces are not a big deal to me. This knife also has a guard on the blade as well, and that guard really helps keep your hand from sliding up onto the sharp blade. Really nice protection, and it also provides a lot of security in the sheath. It helps lock on that guard area, and it's not gonna fall out of there. This blade is also MagnaCut stainless steel, which means it's not going to rust. It's gonna hold its edge for a long time, and you guys can also resharpen it. And then along with that, we have titanium screws, so nothing on this blade is going to rust. Very long-term, traditional. You can use this knife forever and pass it down for generations. And keep in mind, you can send this knife back to us and we will resharpen it for you for free with our Generations program. The other thing that this whitetail knife has is a G10 handle. G10 is a composite, synthetic fiberglass and epoxy material that is basically, maybe even literally bulletproof. You can get this stuff wet, you can get it hot, you can get it cold. It's not gonna move to the conditions like a natural hardwood would do. And also we leave some of the milling marks on this handle material, so when it does get bloody or wet, it doesn't get too slick in the hand. With that being said, with that guard right here, if your hand does tend to wanna slide or move around at all, that guard is gonna keep your fingers safe and keep you from cutting yourself. So that G10 handle is very, very important, and there's a reason that we select this material. I think it's the absolute best thing to use on a knife handle for a working knife. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the whitetail knife. This is about as perfect as it gets right here. Absolutely love these knives. I know you guys will too. And let's face it, I know a ton of you guys are gonna be using this for elk. You're gonna be using them for mule deer, bighorn sheep, bears, moose, goats. You name it, this knife is gonna work for it. Thanks for your support and good luck out there this fall.